You know what? I'll text.
No. I think Andrew, could you drop a link to the bracket in the chat for the the start.gg? Yeah, don't worry. We'll get that to you. Otherwise, Hotfist, yeah, Hotfist will help there. We got Hotfist here today too, gentlemen.
Yeah, we have all the cool people here.
Yeah. It's all the Green Bay OGs out here.
All the cool people go to the.
Wait, we got our next match going on.
Hopping straight into it, we got Eyas versus CRB. The resident Lucina main going Palutena today.
Yeah. So we got actually those cams are backwards though. So. There we go. No.
Yeah, so we got Eyas on the left, and we got CRB on the right.
We got to train the players. Yeah. That's a good idea. Well, here we go. CRB playing Palutena. I was actually the last local that I came to Green Bay. I was seeing this, and it's definitely a thing. But yeah, Bowser just not caring about her shield whatsoever, reaching in after those protective frames are out. I forget what they're called.
Yeah, the overextension on CRB allowing for Eyas to get a nice up tilt and taking that first stock. Eyas being that's a nice beefy 43%. Yes, Flame Breath feels great. Eyas being a Milwaukee native, actually living very close to me, and coming onto the scene very strong, and being the only real Bowser main that I know in the state of Wisconsin, but unfortunately losing that first stock.
Yeah, because Plague dropped Bowser.
Yeah, now we're going to get the Plague in the box of Steve.
Oh, we'll get that later on stream for you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, hopefully I won't be here when that happens. But
we'll get the second crew going on.
I'll have the other guys do that. But I have not. This is my first dose of CRB's Palutena, and it's looking pretty good. This is a very even game right now. Palutena having such amazing damage output, and Bowser just being able to just take big chunks of damage off of you so fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and Palutena's just got so many safe hits, right? Just with that shield. So, however CRB wants to set this pace, he will get to decide the pace of this matchup. That's for sure.
That's rough. That was rough. Yeah, I mean, it's a strong move, and I did not think that up air was going to go through that down air. Oh well, yeah. Palutena actually a character that was very strong at the beginning of the game, and yep, taking that back air, we got an even game for game one.
Yeah, I mean, all the balance patches weren't really in Palutena's favor. I think that was a good thing.
Right, if any. I mean, Palutena is just kind of like a soul-sucking character. I don't know. I don't know. Can I feel like every Palutena player that I've talked to has said similar things. I just was not having fun with the character. I winning? Sure, but I just wasn't having a good time. So I guess Palutena is a good and a viable character. Yeah. It's just does anyone really want to play the character? That's what I've heard it's come down to.
I see. Well, I mean, CRB's coming from Lucina though, which is pretty much as basic as it gets for a sword fighter. So I like to see the staff use coming in here, and the shield definitely is a little more adverse than just having the sword out all the time. So
yeah. And Eyas now having to mix up his recoveries both times. And
love it. Not hitting the platform. It looked like he was trying to go for the platform, but that was a good fake out there.
And yeah, changing the direction of the down air to actually go off of the platform. Even though it was hitting through the platform, it actually changed to go all the way down. So good on Eyas to take game number one.
Hey, look at these fine gentlemen here making the switch here for the broadcast.
Doing wonders for the production team. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Game 2, Eyas CRB. I think they're gonna run it back to small battlefield. Yes, I'm right. And yeah, Palutena Bowser. That was a very even game 1. It just kind of came down to CRB getting hit at the wrong times.
Right.
CRB was able to take the stocks and was actually doing a very good job of edge guarding Eyas, but Bowser having that very linear coverage.
Hey, but shout outs to the Eyas for getting good with Bowser, because Bowser is pretty hype, but he's so hard to actually be competitive with.
Right, and it's this stuff right here. Like,
Yeah.
Eyas is just gonna get up air, like back aired into Oblivion, and then down air. Like, that was just like nice edge guard. Like, that's all I could say. Like, a nice edge guard here at edge guard. Like, Palutena. Once you get Bowser far enough off stage, you could just kind of up B the. You can just kind of back air the up B, and there's nothing Bowser can do about it.
Yeah. Now, since he's from Milwaukee, do you have experience watching ES?
Yeah, I have watched. I've watched a few of Eyas's sets at Invincible recently, and I've also played a few games with this fine gentleman.
Excellent. So does he have a strong counter pick then, for like a secondary play?
Nothing that I don't. Nothing that I think would be confident enough to face off against this Palutena.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, CRB right at home with a disjointed hitbox here, and Palutena's pacing is a lot similar to Lucina's, so he's definitely feeling right at home with this new character since his old Lucina days. And just like I said earlier in the set, you know, he's really going to be able to set the pace for this set just because of how safe Palutena is, and we can see it right now. Being a stock up is just such an advantage.
And it's so hard for Bowser to not get hit. Like, you have to be so safe. And I feel like Eyas is being a little overcommittal and a little, like, kind of overextending a little bit too much. It needs to be a little more patient and wait for those big hits, because Bowser's not a very combo-heavy character. You have to let those hits come to you.
Right.
And it can be very painful when you're talking about Palutena, because Palutena just does not want to give up the stage control.
Right. Well, and perfect spot dodge there by CRB too, just to get an extra 30 damage there. So it's like, it's not just the character, right? CRB is making some really good call-outs and tried maybe to get past Bowser there on that teleport, but
whether it be a misinput or not, Eyas taking a stock. And I never count Bowser out of a game, especially a Bowser that's as good as Eyas, because I feel like Bowser can make these comebacks, and you got time, you got 4 minutes, and Bowser's a big boy. He's not going to get hit. That was an awesome mix-up. 9 times out of 10 people would expect a falling back air out of that, but that side beat doing very good.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Eyas in a bad spot, and CRB though with the edge trump.
Ledge trump back air. Palutena's back air is so hard to deal with when you have a recovery like Bowser, and like you can just like throw the shield out, and you can't do anything about it because it has armor on it. So.
Yep. Right. You just gotta accept your fate, you know.
Right.
You get to go through the 5 stages every time you're on ledge.
Right. You can go through the 5 stages of grief after you're getting hit by that back air 5 times off stage. Game 1, we saw Eyas was finding ways around it, like going high, recover, like air dodging in. But Game 2, just when you end up so far and so low off stage, you have to up B, and then in that situation, you're just going to back air.
Same issue though that you have with pretty much any color. That's just part of their recovery process. It's like, don't get knocked off stage low, or you're gonna have a bad time.
Right, and finally getting a grab and able to get some percent. I feel like gentlemaning to small battlefield. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he got away with that one.
Yeah, CRB seemed to have flubbed an input there. And okay, so that's going to be a nice percent, 104. Eyas looking a little more comfortable in this Game 3. Game 2 seems to be to get out of control just a little bit.
Well, I mean, that's the other battle that Eyas is fighting here, is he has to stay ahead to be able to stay in it, because as soon as Palutena is in the lead, Bowser is forced to just play around what CRB wants to do.
Right.
So it's good on Eyas to really just immediately get aggressive, get those points in, and now he gets to set the pace, because he gets to just sit center stage, and Palutena's going to have a hard time getting them off stage, like this, for example.
Bowser can kind of just be that wall that hits back.
Right, exactly.
But now off stage, okay, nice air dodge getting in, but now you got to get back onto stage control. I'd rather be, as Bowser, I'd rather be above Palutena than off stage against Palutena.
Yes, right.
because you can air dodge around like nairs and up airs and such. And okay, that was a call out that was not going to pay off. And this is where things get a little tough, especially if you at SD. That's when things get really tough.
I mean, he was at 176 though, so it's just like that SD is like that stock served its purpose.
I mean, Bowser's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably would have ended up getting back aired again. Oh, I think I could almost hear that the dings from that. But now we got a side B, so now Eyas having a full stock lead over Palutena.
Yeah, this is definitely where he wants to be.
Yep, more damage forward air. Yep. So fast on that double jump. Okay, now here's a lot of damage. 3 nairs into a back air, not quite getting it. CRB just showing off very good fundamentals with these reverse back airs.
Of course.
Yeah, this forward air is going to do so much damage. And yep, okay, not holding too much on the flame breath. 98% on CRB. Back airs are becoming a little scary now, and forward air is getting to that point. And oh my gosh, these tomahawk grabs, these tomahawk side Bs, Eyas does it a lot, and they work so well.
Right. Well, that whole stock, right?
Right.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
But he was patient in center stage, right? And he's throwing out aerials, trying to bait CRB to either make a mistake or just hold that shield for too long, and baited it out. So beautiful play there by Eyas.
And now we got a 2-1 lead with Eyas being over CRB, and it would do wonders for Eyas' seeding into final bracket if he can make this over CRB being a recently PR player.
Yeah.
And Eyas just on the outside.
So Eyas has got to be a newer player since I haven't seen him in the scene here. So how long has he actually been playing in the scene?
I met Eyas at when I was at a Smash Fest at Maiden's house, and we played, and he's been coming to tournaments for like almost maybe a year at this point. Probably not super seriously until like 5-6 months ago. But I only recently met the guy. He's a good guy, good friend, and now doing great things at this Invitational. So
absolutely. Bringing the hype, Bowser.
Yeah, Bowser. I actually really enjoy watching Bowser gameplay. I can say that as a player, as a person that doesn't play this game.
Right.
Like I've talked to players about Bowser, and they're like, "Yeah, you don't have to play against Bowser." I'm like, exactly. Like I have.
Right. We get to watch Bowser.
Right. I get to watch Bowser. Like, of course I don't want to play against Bowser. Like, who would want to do that?
No, right, absolutely. maybe Mario.
Yeah.
Just for the, for the lore.
Right, like Bowser you would think is a character that gets easily comboed, and does get easily comboed, but also Bowser does hit back and hits back hard, and that's definitely going to take the stock. 150%, you're not surviving that command grab.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, Bowser is so scary because of that command grab. He gets a punish your shields from air. Like, you don't know if he's going to be doing an aerial or a grab when he's coming to land on you. So, like, he gets that 50-50 every time he's above you, and that's scary, especially since when you hit back, you might not knock him off of stage.
Right. And that command grab does 20%. And it kills. And when you have platforms to deal with, like, it's tough. So yeah, off stage, Eyas doing a much better job of one staying on stage and two getting back to the stage once being knocked off. I definitely think Eyas is feeling himself in this, especially from those short hops in between stocks.
Oh, for sure.
And something about Eyas' play is he does tend to get a little grab happy with those man grabs and just normal grabs in general. But you gotta respect them.
When they work,
You gotta respect the grab, and you can just see CRB in the player cam just shaking like, how am I getting hit by this?
Well, and how often though is CRB playing against a Bowser like this? Like, probably never. How many times have these guys even fought against each other?
Right.
Maybe once.
Like, this might be one of the first times that they've played.
Right.
Because I don't, like, to my recent memory, I don't know if they've played. But this, like, it does look like a bit of matchup inexperience, because from game 2 to this, or like Eyas is definitely adapting, and CRB is missing something in this matchup.
Right. But hey, it's not too late.
No.
He's still got one stock left.
Right, and one stock can go a long way in the game of Smash Ultimate.
And we see a little bit of a comeback starting to form here.
A little bit, but you gotta hit this. You gotta hit this Bowser a lot before the Bowser dies.
Oh my gosh, maybe CRB was sick of all the shit talking we were doing.
Yeah, too much shit talking, too many grabs. I'm sick of it. I'm just gonna hit this Bowser.
Oh yeah, perfect edge or ledge get up there. I love the drop down aerials. It's the perfect mix up for holding that edge.
Indeed. And now we got. Oh, that's so much damage. That's 93. Yeah, like CRB's got to play so patient now.
Oh no.
I mean, that's not gonna do.
Okay.
Bowser doesn't have any like terribly dangerous grabs, especially in this position. Like it might be back throw.
Sure.
But
I mean, his rage is pretty high though. So
I'd be much.
Oh, here we go.
So that's evening up the stocks, but I'd be much more afraid of literally every other move that Bowser has.
Sure.
Like the one move that you like are okay with getting hit by is up B at this point of the game. And CRB not having not taken a single hit, but putting 43% on Eyas, now 58.
Right.
This like you said it, don't call it a comeback.
The rally is here. Oh, both players now playing really patient.
Very patient and back air. Oh, the meteor hit might have taken it. That back air not quite gonna do it. Eyas doing really good. And that's this is probably gonna do it.
This is it.
Yep,
Yes.
this is definitely it. You're not coming back from that.
Oh, he tried.
Yep, and that's a comeback.
Smash.
That's the comeback. You called it.
Ooh, there it is. There it is.
Man.
CRB just making it happen. But you know, that's the power of Palutena. You know, is like CRB got his rhythm. You know, he was getting around those grabs, and Eyas just couldn't adapt fast enough to overcome all that aerial pressure and those combos.
Yeah. Definitely stopped throwing out grab as much, I noticed, in the second half of that game, but still wasn't able to get any other straight hits or like finish off the stock in any way. And then once you got stuck off stage, it's so tough. And starting the game with oh my gosh.
Jeez. Nair. I love that A combo there.
Yeah, I love pressing the A button. Yeah, can we see something new, please? I saw this in 2012. I saw this in 2018. Can we Okay. That was sick. Okay. Oh, that was sick. Okay.
Yes. Hit that button. Let's see that.
Okay,
again.
that was kind of sick. We got a replay button on the first stock, and Eyas.
Oh my god, for real.
Yeah, Eyas kind of reeling after taking that 2-1 lead, and okay, not gonna reverse the Nair, but that back air sent Eyas off stage. Almost completely lapped in percent now, and yeah, now Bowser has to approach.
Yeah, this is gonna be really hard for Eyas to come back from. We've been saying it all set, like, you know, CRB is putting himself in the pace pole position here in this set, so
that was a lot of patience. That was really good for CRB, and throwing Bowser off stage. Okay, no ledge trump there.
Yes, I love that attack there from Eyas. Just not letting that ledge trump happen at all.
You're so far behind. You can't be getting hit with these exploding flames, and you shouldn't be dying to them either. But that up air is going to take that stock, and now Eyas in a bit of a mirrored position from last game. Turnaround up tilt, still not taking the stock, but forward tilt. Okay, that was a nice call out, but not going to do it. Okay, that's going to be a lot of percent, but not going to take the stock.
It is, yeah. And, I mean, Eyas has all the positioning right now, so I definitely think that he can, you know, close this stock off. But I still got 2 more to go.
Right.
So.
Step 1, done. Take stock 1.
Right.
Step 2, take stock 2.
Right. Well, we'll see if it happens. He's keeping stage control. At least he was, but now CRB in, and the up air is putting this pressure on. But CRB not actually able to make anything big happen from it, so Eyas getting stage control again. Oh, that would have been a nice ledge trump, or even the 2-frame.
That would have been a straight up spike. And like the one thing that I've learned against Bowser, don't get cheesed by Bowser. Do not get cheesed by Bowser, because those Eyas hasn't been doing it the entire set, but now needs something to bring this game back, and you just don't get cheesed by Bowser. Like Eyas hasn't landed a single back air, hasn't landed a single down B. Like oh, this is tough.
Yeah, because back air, like, just ridiculous.
Yeah, that back air's done, and that's gonna be it. That's the 3-2 to CRB. Eyas had it, really had it, like up 2-1
Yep.
with a 2-stock lead.